Hello, gorgeous. Happy Monday. So, I want to dive in a little bit because I know a lot of us have been feeling kind of meh. And I wanted to share this with you because I think it might shed some light and some experience, some awareness for you to maybe see where you're being stuck. So, we had spring break here and my kids were sick and it was just like, not great. And overall, what I'm noticing is this interesting pattern that I want to share with you. And I'm curious if you ever had this happen to you, if this ever had these thoughts coming in your brain without being aware. So I was noticing that this week, I kept having, people were like, hey, how's it going? And I was like, I'm okay. Everything is fine. But in the background, there was like, no, it's not great. In the background, there was, it's just okay. Even if I was doing really fun things, like I went to get my nails done, I went out shopping with a girlfriend, I would come back and like, yeah, it was just okay. And I realized that there's this, I know I talk a lot about how our subconscious brain and our limiting beliefs are controlling how we act and how we respond and how we talk to people. And a lot of times they also control how we appear in this world. But what I wasn't aware of was this underlining energy that was almost like overshadowing the idea of living life to the fullest. Okay, so tune into the energy of this. It's almost like, you know how there's a sausage and it has all the meat. It's all the meat and the fat and the flavoring. And then there's this really thin casing that holds it all together. I was noticing that it was like the casing around the vision that I have of my life and myself, my relationship, whatever. I had this casing of just So it was almost like no matter how amazing the experience was, no matter how great the day was, no matter how a date night was really great, which it was in the moment, when I was talking to somebody about it or when I was tuning into it, there was this energy of like, it was just okay. Wasn't too bad. Now, the truth is in the moment, I was feeling it to the fullest extent, right? I was feeling it from the whole heart, feeling it with the whole body. But when I was talking about it or sharing with people, I felt like I had to tone it down for them. And I was asking myself, why am I toning it down? Why am I not sharing it from the fullness of the adventure, from the experience, from the joy that I felt? Why am I toning it down for them? And I'm curious, if you ever do this, do you tone yourself down for others? Or do you tone your successes? Do you tone down your voice? Do you tone down your reactions? Are you doing all this to fit in? Because what I realized was subconsciously, if I was with a bunch of friends or a girlfriend that was sharing that she wasn't having a great time or she was struggling, then I would feel like I would have to dim to be on the same level. And I wouldn't want to overshine. So I wouldn't make a big deal out of it. Like my husband would come home from work and he was working really hard, but I was home also working, but my work never feels like it's work because I love what I do. So I'm like, I had this amazing healing session with a client, amazing breakthroughs. Then I went for a walk in the sun. I had amazing breakfast. That seems like a lot when he's coming home and he's exhausted because he worked all day and took care of his business, and it was very different. And even though I know that he would be so happy, I felt like I had to do that. Like it didn't come from him. I felt like I have to do that so I don't make him feel bad for not experiencing what I experienced all day. So how many of you tone down your experiences, tone down your voice in order to not offend somebody else, in order to not overshine, in order to not make somebody else feel bad? Now, I'm not talking about gloating. It's a very different energy. This is not gloating. This is more of sharing with someone the endless possibilities of what can happen if you actually choose to enjoy every moment. So are you choosing to live your life to the fullest, or are you choosing to tune it down for others because you're afraid of judgment, of fear, not afraid of fear, afraid of what they would say, afraid of what they would feel, afraid of how they would see you now because you're different? One of my clients said to me, I'm not willing to be anything else but me now, and people don't like to accept that. And so they tell me, you look different, you act different. Okay? And that's exactly what it is when you tune into who you are. And so this healing journey, right? And living in this world, living this life, it's really all about how much more of you can you be? How much more of you can you tune into? This weekend, I got a download. A download is when I wake up in the morning and there's all this information in my head. I say it's a download because it feels like I just got downloaded all this information that I need to share with you. And so I got this very clear message that I need to create a class called Exodus, the Journey Back to You. And so when I started tuning into it and tuning into the energy and looking into what this is going to look like, what experience this is going to be like, what energy is going to come with this, I Googled, like, what is it? What does Exodus mean? And Exodus means, the literal meaning is out of something. Just like the Jews got out of Egypt. And I had this awareness. What if we could step out of trying to be who we aren't and step into who we are? So on April 22nd, which is actually the first night of Passover, which is very symbolic, we are going to start a journey together. The journey to step out of all of the stuff I was just talking about and into you. It's going to be a 5-day journey. It's going to be recorded so you can watch the recordings if you can't make the lives. I really hope you can make the lives because they are going to be so transformational. The information that I got downloaded about the specific energetic codes that we need to upgrade and let go of and shift and change and tune into are mind-blowing. My mind was blown myself. I was like, whoa, this is going to be amazing. So if you want to know more, you can drop a comment more. Let me know more. I would love to share with you more information. If this is something that feels like it's igniting a fire in you, you're ready to go on this journey with me, I would love to have you. So you can just let me know. You know how to find me. If this is the first time you're watching me live and this was something that ignited something in you, follow, because I do these lives every Monday and I love to bring awareness to the places that we're hiding from ourselves the most so we can step into who we are. And if you are listening and you feel like somebody that you know could really benefit from this, could really like make their day or bring them some joy, please share with them. It means the world to me. And that's the one way that other people can also experience the magic of transformation. So I hope you have a beautiful Monday. As you can tell, my voice is a little raspy because I have been having this cough that won't go away. But I just wanted to hop in here and remind you to stop tuning yourself down for others. Pay attention. Pay attention when people ask you a question. How are you answering? What energy is it coming from? How much of you are you hiding? How much are you're not putting out on the table? How much of you are you not saying? What are you not saying? What are you avoiding being? What are you avoiding acknowledging? What are you avoiding stepping into in order to please this other person? And why? Why are you willing to compromise yourself and your happiness and your life for others? I would journal on that question. It will bring so much light for you. And notice next time when somebody asks you a question, or if you are engaging in a conversation, if you're sharing an experience, notice what energy it's coming from after you try this exercise, and let me know what shows up. I hope you have a beautiful week. I adore you, and I will see you again next Monday. Bye.